morning. Welcome to build day 13. It's going on about 8 a.m. and I have a Kaylee with me. She wants to move her truck. She wants to move that truck. We're going over here because I wanted to show you my comical thing. I kind of mentioned it last night. The Iron Maiden. I went and I moved it clear over here. Right now, she's sitting right there. My plan was I was going to take this sheet of plywood down as well as this brace, and I could slide her right down into here, and I was going to move the butler and put her in here and put the butler someplace else. When I go and lay out the maze, big props like the Iron Maiden, I kind of figure out ahead of where I want them. You know, and I kind of design around them. My design didn't work, though, for the Iron Maiden. She was supposed to go over in the exit hallway. So, which means I have to find a new place for her. I was going to put her in here, but that means I have to move the butler, and I want the butler in this display, definitely. And behind a fence where people can't mess with him. So, we've decided I'm going to stick to that original plan, which means I've got to get the Iron Maiden out of there and back out here. So all that grunting and groaning I did moving that damn thing, I'm going to have to do again to bring her out here. Now, originally, Iron Maiden was supposed to sit on the other side of that wall in the corner, so they saw it when they came out of the tent. And there's just not enough room to get past her and go down the hallway. It's only like a 2-foot gap, and we need a 3-foot. So she can't go there. Now I'm checking out my map here that I drew out. This is Sue-Ann's display here, where the 2 barrels are and the scarecrow will go in, and they come around, exit the tent there. She was supposed to go in that corner, and there's just not enough room. So I moved her over to here, and I was gonna. This was the display we were just at in the chain hallway. I got to looking. The only other place I could do it is number 6 here. That's the courtyard area. In fact, that's the little area right here where the table is. They're gonna be coming in this way and going out that way, which means I should have a corner here that she should fit in. So I'm going to move the Iron Maiden clear back out, and we'll stick her in the Hammering Clown for now until I get this portion of the maze built. And that's where what we're going to end up doing with her. And that's going to be one of the first things I do is getting her out of there. But before I do that, and I'm going to have to fix that. Just noticed something. Out here, we got a couple things to do. One, I got to fix that witch's hat. The wind, I'm finding, keeps wanting to, it has a chin strap on it to hold it on. There's 2 pieces of Velcro up there. And the Velcro doesn't hold the hat if it gets windy. And the hat keeps sliding forward. So I'm going to need to get up there, put the hat back into place. And I'm wondering or debating on whether I should use hot glue or just take a screw and run a screw through the back of the hat into the head. You know, so the hat stays in place, because I don't want to be adjusting that every time it gets windy. And then to do that, I'm going to have to open up the fence line to get in here. But we're also going to dink around with Tiny a little bit. We're going to swivel him just a little bit, so his hand isn't so close to her. And that's going to be a little bit of a process. We got to get the pumpkins off, pull the stakes, turn it, and then put everything back. You know, moving those pumpkins are a bitch, but it shouldn't take too long to do that. Then on the schedule for today as well is here. I've got to get from there to here skinned. I've got to get the panels wired, because both the pumpkin set and the ram set have LEDs in them, so they need to be wired. I need to get my extra bracing cut off, and I need to get plywood up there. You know, this area here gets covered with plywood this year. So we've got that to do. Plus, I think what we're going to start off with is going to be the actual truck. I got to get the truck out of the way a little bit. We got 2 bales of straw and 5 sheets of plywood in there. And I got to get unloaded. We're going to do that, and then we'll park the truck. If I can get all that done today, which I should be able to, provided I don't get too interrupted, we'll probably start doing some maze building out here on the driveway. You know, start getting this all kind of laid out. And we'll go from there. Now, breakfast of the day. 2 English muffins, 2 Pop-Tarts, and a glass of tea. Schwan's breakfast again. Quick, simple, easy, and that's what's on my mind. But now Kaylee wants to get the truck moved, so we better go get that done. Well, several projects done. The truck's unloaded and has been parked. And we got in here, got all our skins up, and I've even got the plywood up because we've gotten all the wiring done. Now the main reason for the plywood here is to provide us someplace to mount Suan's tubes. So we'll have that in here because there are some tubes that run in here. Over here, I just didn't want to cut the shape of the wall and ruin a sheet of plywood. So we left it a whole piece. This will all be out in the open. I am going to put another little piece of plywood here to cover whatever prop we put in there. And it's probably going to be George. Other than that, we also got Tiny moved. So now they're not holding hands. It will be interesting when she starts moving if they knock hands. I don't think they will. So, but we also got the witch's hat done. But Tiny and his girlfriend are taken care of. I gotta go run a quickie errand to pick up some prescriptions, and then when we get back, we are going to start over on the entrance. We've got a tent to get up and then partition walls to put in. And we're going to start laying out the maze on the driveway going this way. Now that this end's done and all caught up. So hang on for a bit. Should be back in a little while. Or for you, it'll be about half a second because it'll be next segment. Sorry, I keep forgetting to grab the camera and I'm way ahead of where I wanted to be for this segment. Been working on the gypsy in the entrance. We got the partitions up for the gypsy. We got another tent up. We've got everything in here braced. Morgan's bringing out skins for the gypsy. Huh? Are you working hard?
I'm coming. Watch out.
Oh, okay. I'll move. She'll run me over too. Right now, while she's doing that, I'm working on getting the entrance all skinned. Now I've still got here and over to about this panel here to do. And this is a really wonky one to do. When I put the panels in, or I had it measured, this 2-foot panel was supposed to be butted up against this one. But when I went to lay it all out, I ended up overlapping by about 2 inches. I was about 2 inches off. So I ended up having to do a stagger stack on it. And it's just wonky. I'm probably going to have to cut a panel to directly fit that. And then a full panel here. And I'll have to pull the wall apart here to get it in. And it's just weird. But we're in the skinning phase now. I'm hoping to have gypsy all the way skinned and maybe be starting on fence line tonight. Hoping. Whether we're going to make it that far or not, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Pie of the day. Caramel cashew. Well, it's going on 9 o'clock. Yeah, I feel like I actually got someplace today. Welcome to the gypsy room. Only thing I haven't done in here is the fencing. I will do that tomorrow. It's 9 o'clock. It's dark in the back. It's a mess in the back. So I will deal with fencing tomorrow. And then we'll have this display done. I believe the next set through the doorway there is the spider room, which is also the back side of part of the clown hallway and courtyard. In fact, I did a little bit of the clown hallway here. On the other side of this is the display for the Jack-in-the-Box. Not skinned or anything yet, and it won't be for a while. We also got, and you're not going to be able to see much, you know, entrance hallway. So we did pretty good today, and then we got all the other stuff done before this. So we got somewhere. I'm thinking I might do a piece of bracing. This panel's kind of loose, but put a piece of bracing up top here and run it over and zip tie it to the fence to help hold the fence or hold things down. I don't know. But anyway, stay tuned for your end of the day wrap up. Okay, end of the day wrap up. And no Kaylee, she's sound asleep in the house. She's been in and out of the house all day long. I think we got a lot accomplished. We got the witch and Tiny sorted out and in their final positions, and the witch's hat fixed. We got the rest of the haunt supplies, the straw and the plywood out of the truck. Then we hopped over into the exit hall, got finished getting it skinned, and then we got the exit hall panels and what little bit was left of the tube hallway wired up. In fact, the tube hallway, the wires actually ran over to here. I ended up with about 6 feet of wire left off the spool from last year. And I didn't feel like opening up a new spool just to run the wire over to where the tube hallway is. We got done with that, then we switched over. We got the partitioning up for the entrance hall and the gypsy, and we got both of them skinned as well. Also got the bracing done for both those. With the exception, I'm looking at a couple of walls that are kind of leaning a bit. They're not real wobbly, but they are kind of leaning. I think I am going to add a couple of more pieces of bracing to help firm those walls up so they're not leaning quite so bad. I can tie them into the tent, and that ought to help. And it'll help steady the tent up a bit too. Past that, I think that's about all we got done, but that was a lot of work. Took about 30 minutes off for dinner and probably about another 15 to 20 minutes for lunch. I had an errand. I had to go pick up some prescriptions for a family member, and there was a Panda Express. I don't know if you guys, which of you guys have Panda Expresses near you, but it's a cheap, low-grade Oriental food type thing, and I get cravings for it every so often, and it happened to be right near where I had to pick up prescriptions. So instead of coming straight home back to the haunt, I stopped and got lunch. Now tomorrow, I gotta get the fencing up in the gypsy, and I gotta get those couple of pieces of bracing on. I've also, over there, got a stack of unused gypsy panels I've got to get put away. And I'll probably do that first because the backyard is getting to be a mess again. And I got, part stacks of panels from the rest of the haunt sitting back there. So I'll probably get that taken care of first, then jump in and do fencing in the gypsy. And then once that's done, we're going to move on to Spider. And we'll be working on both Spider, Clown, and part of Courtyard all at the same time with the partitioning. Though I'm only going to be skinning the Spider room and getting that done. If I get that far and get the fences up in Spider and there's still time, I might hop over and get Clown finished off too. I ain't gonna do anything with the courtyard panels, as far as skinning, until such time as I get all the walls for that section up. Now let's see here. Oh, I know. Stay spooky, stay toxic.